Good morning, children. Welcome to our chemistry online class. So, in last class, we discussed about Newland's octaves and Dobrynin's triads, and we have seen the limitations of Newland's octaves. So, if there is a limitation, what will automatically happen? We'll move to the next model. So, the next model proposed by a very well-known scientist called Dmitry Mendeleev, and he arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic mass. So he is known as father of periodic table because he could arrange the elements in a systematic method. Thus he is known as father of periodic table. So let's see what is Mendeleev's periodic table and its achievements and its properties and its limitations. So let's start. Next model. So that is by Dmitry Mendeleev. He is known as father of periodic table. He was the first person systematically arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic weights. So he is a very well-known person. His model is very important in the history of periodic table. It is very important. So he find out that he said that if the elements are arranged according to their atomic weights, they exhibit apparent periodicity of properties. Periodicity means repetition of the properties. So we'll check what is his method and what is law. He arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic mass and chemical properties, and he formulated his periodic law. So what is the Mendeleev's periodic law? His periodic law said that properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic mass. It is the periodic function. Why the properties are repeating? Because of their atomic mass. If we write the elements in the increasing order of atomic mass, the elements will repeat their property. So we can see that here you can see this is Mendeleev's periodic table. Here you can see he arranged elements as group. Here you can see group 1, 2, 3 up to 8. He arranged elements in 8 vertical rows. These vertical rows are called groups. For example, 1, 2. Here you can see this vertical rows. This is vertical rows. It is a group. And horizontal rows. These horizontal rows are periods. So he could arrange elements as 8 vertical groups, and each group 1 to, if we check here, 1 to 7 groups he further classified as A, B, A, B. Here you can see in group there are subgroups A and B, and here he could arrange elements in the series also, that is known as periods. So elements having similar property he put in the same group. If you check here, we can see that elements which having the same property put together in the same group, lithium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, these all having the same property. And similar to that, if you check here, you can see that fluorine, chlorine, they have same property. So fluorine, bromine, chlorine, iodine, they also having the same property. So he arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic mass. Here you can see the increasing order of atomic mass. Lithium 6.93, beryllium 9.01, like that. It is increasing here. So if he arranged the elements in the increasing order of atomic mass, he find out the some elements which together having the same properties. So, and one of the main advantage of the Mendeleev's periodic table is there. Here you can see some vacant spaces and its atomic weight also he given. That is, he put some vacant spaces in the periodic table, and he could able to discuss, or he could able to define its properties, and he called the elements as Ica aluminium and Ica silicon. Like Ica aluminium means after aluminium, Ica silicon means after silicon. So, and he could explain the properties of that Ica silicon and Ica aluminium. And later these elements were identified as gallium and germanium. So he has some idea that in future science will develop and will identify more elements. So it was very brilliant idea of Mendeleev. So it is very important in our history of periodic table. And this was the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. And what is the achievements of Mendeleev? So elements were classified on a more fundamental basis of their atomic mass and properties. So it is very authentic. It was an authentic arrangement, and he left spaces in the periodic table, that is for the elements to be discovered in future, and it could predict the properties of the element, which helped in the discovery of new elements. And he could able to predict the properties, that boiling point, melting point, and the nature, that all things he discovered and he predicted. Later they identified the elements and it was correct, and his predictions was correct. And he gave he also put some slot for inert gases in the periodic table. Later it is also identified. And he predicted the existence of some elements like gallium, germanium, that we discussed. And what was the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table? That is, one of the major limitation is the position of isotopes. We know the elements can exist in different form. So we know about isotopes. Isotopes are the compound which having same atomic number and different mass number. And he couldn't give place for isotopes. And we can see some wrong order of atomic mass. For example, cobalt and nickel. If you check the periodic table, you can see cobalt and nickel. If you check the atomic mass of cobalt, it is 58.93, but nickel's is 58.71. So nickel should come before cobalt. Why he arranged like this? Because in order to get the element the same properties, he arranged the elements, but here the increasing order of atomic mass is not following. It is one of the major disadvantage. So hydrogen, the next one is hydrogen was not assigned a correct position. It had the properties of alkali metals and halogens. It will show the both properties. Which here it put together with alkali metals. Here he gave the position, but the hydrogen also resemblance with the properties of halogens, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So he couldn't give a proper place for hydrogen. These was his major limitations. So next class we'll discuss about the Henry Moseley's periodic table, that is new periodic table, that is modern periodic table. I hope all of you understood this, the history of periodic table. So let's stop. Thank you.